I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Solar the Culture Podcast. It's your host, Hav, and we're back, man. We got a culture news pod for y'all today. What we pretty much are going to talk about is Jay-Z. As y'all can see, he back outside. I got a couple of questions I want to ask y'all just to get some engagement from the community. I want to talk about something that's being done today, actually, as we speak, that hasn't been done in 53 years in the science world. And we got a whole bunch of more shit we got lined up for y'all. So let's get into it with the science shit. NASA, they're basically sending astronauts back to the moon on Artemis 2. It started actually today. I want to say that they just sent them off at 6:20 something, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And they are in space right now. They just hit the orbit. So let's go get this. They got a little hype video that I want to show y'all. And we're going to get into it from there. Let's do it.
The Artemis 2 mission is a test mission of the Orion space capsule.
Artemis 2 will be the first time we put humans on this rocket.
We're going back to the moon because it's the next step in our journey to Mars.
We were always going to the moon.
Pushing ourselves to explore is just core to who we are. That's a part of being a human.
And liftoff. We shall return.
Continuing to test out every bit of Orion.
Coming back to Earth, 7 miles a second.
When humanity sets big goals, we can bring together genius from around the world.
You have the best people on planet Earth putting this vehicle together. That's what's up.
To innovate for the benefit of humanity and to inspire the world through discovery.
And here we go.
So, as y'all can see, we are going back to the moon. They say this is supposed to give us a step closer to getting to Mars. I feel like, personally, this will probably be our first real time that we made it to the moon, because I know a lot of people might not agree with me, and there's some that might. But I don't think we went to the moon back in the 60s when they say we did. I believe that it was all just a hoax just to win a space race against Russia so that, obviously we can have control of the moon. United States have to control everything and anything. So I believe that it was all a hoax, because there's no way. Even when you look at the footage from the 1963 moon landing, or whenever in the 60s it would happen, it's one of those things like the flag is moving. It's just so many like things that scientifically aren't right in that video that makes it really seem like it was staged. I could be 100% wrong. I know there's been interviewers that walked down on the actual astronauts. I think one of them came out before he died saying it was all a hoax. The other one basically got super mad and was trying to get security on a guy, saying like, "Oh, how are you calling us liars, blah, blah, blah." So me personally, I believe this is going to be the first time we actually go to the moon. I know there's people actually out there. I know a lot of people saying like, "Oh, AI this, AI that, it can help you even if y'all don't make it. It can make y'all look like y'all made it." But me personally, I feel like if there's people out there actually watching it, recording it, seeing it with their own eyesight of people, of the actual spaceship going through and going to space, basically. There's no way we can really deny that. You get what I'm saying? Because we have eyewitnesses. But I personally, I don't know. I don't think we went in the 60s when we allegedly went the first time, because why would it take us so long to come back? 53 years. And every time they tried to go back after that, rockets blew up. We couldn't get through, like the orbits, the machines, like, didn't work properly. So how did we go from having a spaceship or something like that worked properly to begin with 50 some years ago, and as advanced as technology is today, we can't, like, we had better technology in the 60s than we did in the 90s or in the 80s, 70s. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to NASA. Hopefully those astronauts can get back, safely and sound. You feel what I'm saying? I know that they recently just had another astronaut basically had an emergency landing back to Earth just because of him having like a medical issue in space. I know that they had another set of astronauts, I want to say a year ago, they were stuck in space for over like 2 years or something like that. So to see that they're going back to space, it's supposed to be a 10-day mission around the moon and back, basically make sure all our satellites and everything is working properly. So hopefully everything goes right. I want to see more of what they gonna have to, show from pictures and stuff like that of being in space, videos, everything like that. But hopefully this is a real deal thing. Hopefully this is not no hoax. They gonna go just above the earth, never really go to the moon and shit like that. Like hopefully they make it all the way to the moon, show us everything that's there, and bring us back down. So kudos to them. But let's go ahead and let's transition into the next topic. I kind of wanted to talk about this new Jay-Z, all this stuff that's coming out around him, basically. He's back on tour, not tour, I guess you could say, but he's back outside. He has a concert that he's doing with the Roots out there in Philly coming up. I want to say it's in May. It might be in April, but I'm pretty sure it's in May out there in Philly. And then he's doing his 30-year, I guess, concert. It's a 3-day. It was supposed to be a 2-day concert, but allegedly they're adding on an extra day because of so many people being in the queue waiting for tickets. He basically is supposed to be there doing his Reasonable Doubt and Blueprint albums over again so people can see it live. So if you know, if you're a Jay-Z fan, you know those are damn near his best 2 albums. Me personally, it's In My Lifetime and the Blueprint album. But a lot of people say that Reasonable Doubt album is such a classic, blah, blah, blah. Those are more. I would say the old heads would more say that because, that was more of their time. But I'm excited to see Jay-Z back outside. This might open the door for him to drop another album, even go on tour if he does drop another album. Hopefully him and Beyonce possibly drop another album. But we do have some clips here from his actual interview that he did with GQ. I watched it all the way through. I personally believe that this was just basically to clear the air on some things, you know what I'm saying, give his opinion of where he's been at these last few months, especially after all the allegations that's been coming out with him. I know if y'all saw past episodes, we basically talked about how he was mentioned in the Epstein files, how he, had the sexual assault allegations of like last year sometime that ended up getting thrown out. We're going to go ahead. We're going to play this clip about how he basically was feeling during this time of him having to navigate through all this extra drama that he had going on in his life.
Hard, really hard. I was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad we got right to that, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like I was really heartbroken by like everything that occurred, with all like, we in the space now where it's just like, almost like consequence is not thought about enough. So everything is so instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby.
The civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
That shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like you don't put that on someone. Like that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person, especially a person like me. Like even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. Morals, integrity, code. Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard. And I knew that we was gonna walk through that. We was gonna walk through that. Because, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z?
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually. It was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
So my nigga said he on a press run, basically. He on a run to clear his name. He's on a run to basically show that what these niggas out here talking about, it ain't true. Obviously, he's about to, like I said, he's back to doing concerts again. He's doing interviews, shit like that. So me personally, I'm 100% with him. If the shit not true, motherfuckers need to be chastised for this shit. I ain't gonna lie. Those who we have clear proof that they are telling stories, you feel what I'm saying? That they are not truthful in what they're saying. We need to start chastising these motherfuckers. Arrest them because this is ruining people's lives. Not only like, there's been so many football players that have been uh accused of sexual assault or accused of doing things that they didn't do and been jailed, and then 20 years later we find out, oh shit, this motherfucker never did this. For example, Brian, I want to say his name is Brian Burns or Brian Banks, if I'm not mistaken. He was accused of sexual assault, never did it. Everything was consensual. The girl's dad came in, she freaked. All of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, well, he forced me to do this. You get what I'm saying? Just to get out of the trouble that she would have been in that moment. So that's why I'm like, and this is no knock against any woman. This is not knock against nobody. You feel what I'm saying? If you feel like you got to come out and talk about it, you feel like you know this happened to you, of course, wholeheartedly. You feel what I'm saying? Go get your justice. But for those who are just blatantly lying, arrest these niggas. We gotta have some type of charge, some type of something for these motherfuckers because it's literally like you're bringing down these men, you're bringing down these women who have a whole life in front of them just because you're embarrassed over something. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I really feel like we need to come up with something. We got to start chastising these people that's lying, especially if this is true for Jay-Z's situation. I'm not saying the woman was lying or that she wasn't lying, but in this situation where he was willing to take it to court, he got his lawyers enrolled. You feel what I'm saying? When they tried to take it all the way to the, actual court dates and shit like that, she dropped out of the thing. It's like, fuck. Was she lying? Was she telling the truth and they got scared because of his money? Hopefully everything about you is lies. All these allegations are lies, you know what I'm saying? Because we hate to see a black man being torn down when he really didn't do something. But if you did do this shit gonna catch up to you eventually. But regardless of the fact, I'm glad to see him back outside. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have made it to the concerts in New York personally because I do want to hear that. You don't, man, hearing that you don't know or that motherfucking song cry and in person from the nigga that made it, bro. That shit would be so fucking lit. I know it's completely sold out now. The tickets were crazy too, from what I was hearing. Like I heard some people were paying like $2,000 just for nosebleed tickets. And I know it's New York prices. I know, you know what I'm saying, niggas is, got to up that bread because it's Jay-Z too. But it's just like, shit, if I got to pay $2,000 for a nosebleed ticket, that's fucking insane. So shout out Jay-Z, you feel what I'm saying? Hopefully these can be two great concerts. I know the one of them, like I said, is 3 days. The other one is just for a weekend with the Roots. So hopefully everything goes as planned. Jay-Z could be able to clear his name, you know what I'm saying? Because we need those black faces in our community. You get what I'm saying? We need those type of people who are billionaires and can actually show the ropes to other musicians or, other entrepreneurs in these lanes because not only does he do music and stuff like that, but he's also on the Super Bowl committee. He was doing basically like a sit down and brunch, have like a brunch type situation with these different young NFL players and stuff like that to kind of give them the ropes of fame and having money and what they should and shouldn't be doing, who they should be surrounding themselves around and who they should be leaving back from where they came from. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Jay-Z because he does a lot in the community that a lot of people don't really speak on. But if all these allegations are true, even these Epstein allegations, you feel me? It's one of those things like, I'm sorry, black man, but we're gonna have to let you down. Cause shit, I personally, I don't fuck with those who, do things to kids, who feel like they can touch women, touch little boys, any type of shit like that. Like we don't play when it comes to women and kids. So shout out to him. Hopefully that everything that is coming out against him is all cap, is not real. You feel what I'm saying? But he did speak on another album. So I do want to play this clip as well because I know that he was speaking on basically saying how he would do another album, but he doesn't know exactly what he wants to write yet. But let's get to it.
A great Jay-Z album right now. Like, what are you trying to put out there that you would want to put out there?
I don't know yet. I don't know. But I know that we have enough negativity currently.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what I need to create currently that's gonna like fulfill me.
Okay.
And make me happy. Because that's most important.
Yeah.
Right. And whatever that feeling is, will vibrate and like, touch people in a way with its honesty. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm stopping myself from just creating, trying to create something that people like.
Yeah.
Is where I think a lot of artists get jammed up.
Right. Overthinking it.
Yeah, they just try to make
or reverse engineer it. Yeah.
Yeah, or like they love the feeling of that white hot feeling of when they was it felt new.
Yeah.
And that newness, trying to create that, is where they get jammed up because you don't know slang and you don't know thing. It's sad. It's like it's cringy. Like nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Make your type of music. Because you ain't doing what you saying you're doing. I'm not doing the same thing I was doing in '96.
Yeah.
So we need to make that any type of music that approaches that would be embarrassing because it's not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta make something timeless that I really love and that's really honest and true to who I am.
So as y'all can see, he's still trying to basically weed out exactly what he wants to write about. Like he said, there's a lot of negativity out here. And I was just talking about this with one of my coworkers. Like, music lately hasn't really been hitting off shit. Like, a lot of these new rappers and stuff like that, I've been kind of like dipping and dabbling a little bit, and I just can't get with it. Everything is just like the same. Like, had the same way they used to talk about fucking like, oh, the baby, he'll switch up his flow, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, now when you look at all these fucking rappers that's out now, they literally rap the same exact way about the same exact shit. You feel me? Like, it's some rappers out there, such as like G Herbo, but those, and like Meek Mill, those type of motherfuckers like that they actually have some substance in their music. But at the same time, these are people that already established. You know what I'm saying? Established themselves in the music industry, in the rap game, period. And they're considered mainstream now. Versus when you looking at all these underground rappers or rappers that haven't really made it mainstream per se, it's like, god damn, like we listen to the same shit, nigga, 223 this, and I don't finna shoot this, I don't finna shoot that, I don't finna pop these pills because I'm depressed. Like, nigga, can we please get some different music, bro? Like, can we get some shit like that's kind of like Tyler, the Creator? He kind of switched up his flow a little bit with his last album, Don't Tap the Glass, and he was basically saying that he wanted to make people dance again. Let's get some shit like that. Let's get some club music back going. You feel me? Let's get some fucking feel-good music. I've been listening to a lot of, I listen to it a lot anyway, but I've been going back really, really dibbling and dabbling into like music from the 70s and the 80s again, and listening to a lot of soul music, a lot of pop music from that time. And it's like, I can see why their whole mindset was a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that the music, when you even listen to their music, it gives you an uplifting feeling. Versus today's music, it's like, damn, everybody wants to listen to sad songs. Like, God, especially where I'm from, everybody listen to sad songs. And I'm like, we gotta move past this. You know what I'm saying? We have to get back to getting instruments played again. Like, niggas actually in the studio playing a fucking guitar or playing the fucking bass, the drums, something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but all of this shit where it's just like, it's either sad music or we trapping this, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, fuck. Can we get something different? Please, please, please. Like, I had my whole time of that shit in high school. Like, usually we see a shift in music, right? But I would say this same exact genre has been like this trap slash like depression music, I guess, has been on and popping since like 2020. 6 years. It's been 6 years. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's shift this shit. It's time to get some different shit back up. You feel what I'm saying? Even if we gotta go back and start making, like I said, getting in the studio with instruments again. Because a lot of niggas don't play instruments no more. You feel me? So I feel like we need to start making timeless music again. More better R&B. You feel what I'm saying? Or bring back R&B. I personally could probably just be missing it. You feel me? Like, the last real R&B album that I listened to was probably Wale, and that shit was heat. You feel me? It was a good ass album. So it's like, maybe I'm missing out on these shits If y'all can, y'all can drop something down in the comments, drop something down wherever y'all want to. Some great R&B albums that I should go back and listen to. But it's like, we have to start making timeless music again. A lot of this shit is starting to become the same shit, or it's starting to become, it's either between trap music, sad music, or like that Playboy Cardi, lean rapper type music type shit. Like, but can we get something different? Can we get some soulful music again? Can we get them niggas that's singing from the church and they going mainstream again? Like, god damn, we need some even some male singers like fucking Luther Vandross. You feel me? Let's get back into soulful women singers. You feel what I'm saying? That's kind of like Anita Baker's or shit like that. Like, we have to get back to making timeless music. Because a lot of this music that we hearing now, shit, 10, 15 years from now, when our kids are going back trying to listen to, oh, what happened in the 2020s or the 2010s, you feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, damn, these niggas, this shit was low-key ass. Or this is the same repetitive shit over and over and over and over. Like, none of these rappers that's coming out today, they have no type of separation. And part of it's partly on the listeners as well, because when people do try to come out with a new sound or a new something, niggas hate on it. Like, oh, this shit's trash. This don't sound like what I'm used to hearing, or this, that, and the other. So let's go back to people making music for them again, making it because they love it, not because of, oh, if I make this and it sound good, I'm gonna get millions of dollars. Like, no, let's make music again because you love music, not because, oh, I'm trying to make money. You feel me? So that's the only way I feel like we're gonna get back to making timeless music. Shout out to Jay-Z for even bringing that up. How about all the negativity that's in music in today's time? And hopefully whatever he makes next is something that can kind of start a creative shift. I know like even Lil Durk just came out. I know he's in jail right now, so free Smirk. But he basically came out on his Instagram with a whole voice memo saying like he wants to bring back positivity in his music. Like, we had enough of the negative music, enough of the depression music. Like, no, let's bring back positive music that's gonna be feel good, make niggas dance, make niggas, you know what I'm saying? Be like, damn, I gotta listen to that again, cause you know what I'm saying? I'm in an upbeat mood after I listen to that shit. You feel me? Like, yeah, 808s and shit like that, when they be slapping, they sound nice. Don't get me wrong, make you bob your head. But at the same time, this is the same music that niggas is drilling to. This is the same music that niggas is killing to. So we have to bring back timeless music, the positivity in music. Shit, we'll start singing to our ladies again. You feel me? Stop with the bitches ain't shit. Hoes this, hoes that. All I want to do is pop pills and get money and blah, blah, blah. Like, cool, that's fine. You feel me? But we'll start back singing to the women again. You feel what I'm saying? We'll start back making timeless music. So, shout out to Jay-Z. Hopefully his next album is exactly what they need it to be or want it to be. You feel what I'm saying? They're hoping that it is. But we're gonna go ahead because I kind of wanted to get into what he was kind of saying about J. Cole and them. But I think I'm gonna pass on that just for the fact that we've had enough for that talk. I ain't even gonna lie. The whole fucking J. Cole, fucking Drake and Kendrick beef shit. It's like, bruh, niggas keep talking about that shit. The shit is fucking a whole year plus old. So shout out to him. Hopefully that his next album that he does drop, it's about, it has some substance to it. Obviously he always does, but hopefully it can create a shift in the music industry. Now, some news came out earlier this week with Chicago Bulls player or ex-Bulls player Jaden Ivey. He also went to Notre Dame, played for the Detroit Pistons. A bucket getter. You feel what I'm saying? But he was recently waived from the Bulls team based off of him basically having homophobic slurs and really pushing the gospel. So I'm going to play a little snippet of a video that's been going viral of what he said. And then I'm going to give my opinion on it. But let's get into this because I feel like this is something that it's a touchy topic.
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month. to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy?
So, as y'all can see, he basically is like going on I want to say a religious rant right now. I know he's been out sidelined with a knee injury. Not only did he say these things, he also came out yesterday and basically went at Stephen Curry, went at Anthony Edwards, basically said Steph Curry is not a real Christian, that he's faking it, for the media and stuff like that. So, for me personally, my opinion on this is kind of just like, if he's going through some mental struggles, his family needs to get him help. You know what I'm saying? I know some people don't want the help. They believe that they not, nothing's going on and that they're completely in the right. But I personally, I don't think he's wrong for spreading the gospel. I think that what comes into play is when you try to call other people wrong for things that they're doing or things that they're not doing. For example, him saying that Steph Curry is not a real Christian because of him not really, I guess he said he basically didn't really like spread the gospel. He's not really righteous like he says he is, this, that, and the other. Me personally, I believe that you can't say somebody what they are and what they aren't. You feel me? If you want to spread the gospel, you want to say this isn't right, this is right. You feel what I'm saying? Based off of religious reasons or whatever your text says to you, cool. You feel me? That's your opinion. You First Amendment right. Everybody should have their right to their opinion. You feel what I'm saying? For saying all the homophobic stuff, the NBA has to include everybody. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like being gay is wrong. I don't feel like it's nothing that should be looked down upon or anything like that. That's my personal opinion. But like I said, he's more religious than I am. So for him reading the Bible, he may say, even though from what I've seen or what I've heard, the Bible doesn't really like look down upon gay people. But for more religious people, being gay is wrong. So it's like, how can we kind of judge him for his opinion? You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like same thing with racist people. A racist motherfucker want to come out and say, oh, well, blacks are inferior to her, or people of color are inferior to us. That's your opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Are you racist? Should you suffer consequences behind that? Hey, I'm not the one that should say that you should, but a lot of people believe that you should suffer consequences behind those type of things. So, to this Jaden Ivey situation, continue to preach the gospel, brother. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But what really got you waved is the shit you saying. Like, how are you going to come through and say, like, oh, just because the Bible says this and you not doing this, now you're not righteous. And God gonna take that up with you during, you know what I'm saying, Judgment Day. Me personally, I have my own views on the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? We're not going to get too deep into religious things right now. But me personally, it's one of those things that, like, when you kind of are basing your whole entire life and beliefs around one book that's been rewritten so many times by different people that wanted control over the world and wanted to be world powers and things like that. At the end of the day, we're all basically serving the creator. You feel me? The creator of the earth, the creator of the solar system, of everything, that all the planets that we have. We're basically serving the same person. We just don't have the same name for these people and how they got there. You get what I'm saying? That's how I personally look on it. So it's like, if that's your God, if you believe that your God don't want gay people, well, that's you. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You feel what I'm saying? If you believe that if you're not moving a certain type of way, that your God is going to, you know what I'm saying, not going to serve you the same, or you can't serve him the same because you're not moving this way, you're not righteous because you're not moving that way, cool, that's your opinion. But don't chastise people over shit like that, because now you have issues like this. You feel what I'm saying? A real bucket could have been a starter in the NBA, good role player, but you got, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of watch what you say, especially in times like today where they really, they're chastising people for different shit. Like we seen, just our president alone doesn't want the First Amendment right to fully be exercised, because even when you go into the White House and you hear these different reporters going in and ask you different questions, then you start chastising them like, oh, well, you're the worst reporter in the fucking world because why would you ask me about why is my name in the Epstein file? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that. So shout out to Jaden Ivey. I hope that this is just something that is him trying to spread the gospel, but he kind of went too far. You feel me? Hopefully that he can backtrack and fix what he's really trying to say, because spreading the gospel, you're not wrong for that at all. You feel what I'm saying? You're not wrong for that at all, personally. But when you start bringing other people down by trying to do that, then that's where it's like, all right, bro, like, lock in. You feel me? Because you just lost a whole fucking contract for that shit. Like, a real deal NBA, possibly could have been in the NBA 10 plus years, but you lost it just because of that. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Hopefully he can really, you know, bounce back from this. I know that a lot of people aren't fucking with him. I know a lot of people are fucking with him. So it's just like, depending on what religion you are, what you believe in, he may be right, he may be wrong. I personally believe that he's entitled to his own opinion, like everybody else should be. And hey, shit, we're gonna move on from that. I just kind of wanted to put it in here because it's, you know, real like recent news. But shout out Jaden Ivey. Hopefully that you can continue to push what you're trying to push. You know what I'm saying? Those who believe in Christ, with those who don't believe in Christ, hopefully y'all can get his message in the most positive way that you can. And yeah. But moving on. So there's a video going viral right now of a Fox News reporter. And in fact, I'm just gonna play the video. I'm gonna let y'all see that, and I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on it. But let me show y'all niggas something.
She's going to show me her signature move. It's called a suplex. Let's try this. Yeah. All right. How does this work? Okay. So what do I do? I'm so nervous.
Okay, it's okay. Just breathe. All right, here we go.
Nah. Ain't no way, cuz.
Amazing.
Nah. Ain't no way. I know she deep down inside, she was just pissed, my nigga. She talk about amazing. No, nigga, you're amazingly about to turn this camera off and get your ass beat after that shit. Cause what the fuck? All right, you know I'm coming in with the news, people. You know I don't technically mean, oh yeah, suplex me. No, show me the technique, my nigga. You can turn a nigga around, you know what I'm saying, kind of lift them off their feet and be like, oh, well, you have to flex your body a little bit more. Obviously, it's going to take more strength. And then put her down. No. This motherfucker said, come here, yanker. Like, this is some WWE shit or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, if that was me personally, bruh, yeah, that was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, turn the camera off. Get in the gloves, nigga. Because what the fuck wrong with you, bro? Like, what the fuck is really wrong with you? Why would you do that shit? Like, this shit low-key funny as hell, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, I know she was pissed. Because ain't nobody coming in. Say if you already didn't even want to cover that story, my nigga, and you get sent to do it anyway, you like, fuck it, let me go in here and see what you're talking about. And then you get suplex on top of that. It's like, dog. Ain't no way. I know she probably would never be on another news anything trying to show any type of techniques, because if me personally, I would have had to suplex her back. I would have got up like, yeah, even if I couldn't turn the camera off. All right, my turn. Let me try it now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let me see if I got the technique down right, because ain't no way I'm dropping you dead on your shit, cuz. I'm dropping you dead on your shit, because there's no fucking way you just did that to me on live television. And that is how people get to know me, because I just got suplex. So, shout out to Shorty, you feel what I'm saying? I don't know if they have some type of beef. I don't know if the lady said some weird shit beforehand, or she seen something that the lady said and it made her be like, nah, now I'm finna embarrass her or something like that. But regardless of the fact, it's like, that's fucking insane. That's insane as fuck to do to somebody. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, that shit is actually fucking crazy. But let's move on to the next topic. So in Australia, they recently just had a cyclone or incoming like tropical cyclone, right? And fucking, let me share my screen so that y'all can see what these motherfuckers woke up to, bro. As y'all can see, this look like fucking hell outside, dog. Like, imagine waking up. You wake up, you think it's about to be a normal day of work. Look at bro. He just looked flabbergasted. He don't even know what the fuck he looking at right now. He just looking around like, God damn, what is really going on? Like, imagine this shit. Like, I 100,000% would have walked outside, instantly walked back in and started praying. Because I would have thought it was the end of the world. I would have really thought like, oh shit, this the day Jesus coming back. Christ is back today. Cause what the fuck? Like, I come outside, it's all red. Or I would have thought I was in hell. Like, damn, did I die in my sleep? Like, am I the only nigga seeing this shit? I would have had to go talk to my neighbors. I would have called my sisters. Somebody would have had to confirm that they seeing this shit too. Because I'm like, dog, ain't no way I'm waking up to all red like that. The wind blowing hard as shit. Fuck no. I would have instantly thought I was in hell. Like, that's what the first thought I would have had. I'm like, fuck, what did I do? What did I do was that bad to make these niggas that mad to send me to hell, bro? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to them in Australia. I know that was just like one of the wildest things that they possibly ever saw. Me personally, like I said, I wouldn't even know how to react to that shit. So shout out to them. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like just seeing that has to be fucking flabbergasting. So shout out to them. Hopefully we don't have no shit like that in the United States soon, because I know it's gonna be a crazy phenomenon. It's gonna go crazy over the media and all type of shit. But for the last few topics of today, I kind of wanted to just get some, crowd activity, some engagement from, the viewers or whatever like that. But first question of the day that I want to ask everybody is, if you could be born in any era, what era would y'all be born in? For me personally, I'm going to 70s. In fact, I would probably say I would be born in the 60s so that I can see the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. Obviously, I'm a young nigga, you feel what I'm saying? So I was born in 02, so I had a short amount of time of being able to live with no phones, going outside, still having fun, shit like that, VHS tapes and shit like that. But I personally would want to live through the 70s and the 80s and shit like that, just because just look at the time. Like, dog, I'm going to pull up some clips here in a second, but just to see how, like, everybody was outside, you feel what I'm saying? Just community involvement through everything, actually having fun. Obviously, yeah, they had things such as, like, a lot more child abduction shit, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas ain't have phones. But a time before phones just seemed like it was just so much fun. Because not only are things way more, like, confidential, I would say it's more like you living with no, like, real, like, oh, fuck, if this video get out, my job could possibly be lost. Or if this video get out, or if these pictures get out, then this is going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? It's nothing as instant as it was. Everything was word of mouth. You got to hear about things going on, parties, shit like that. Like, let's bring up some clips. Like, for example, Soul Train alone. You feel me? If you go back and watch these motherfucking shits, like, a time before fucking phones and shit like that, people were actually still on there. It was before sections. You feel what I'm saying? Before, like, look at this shit. Like, imagine going in a club and everybody, there's no sections, there's no nothing, nobody on their phone, everybody out there just dancing, having fun. Like, look at bro. You feel me? Like, dog. These times and shit like that, they was just almost I wouldn't even say so much better, because yeah, as a black people, we went through so much during these times. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we went through hella, not being able to get tired, not being able to, you know what I'm saying, really fulfill and do the things that we wanted to do and shit like that. But to just see, like, how life was, even when you go back and I know that I might be just looking at it from a perspective of celebrity standpoint, you feel what I'm saying? But just a standpoint of not having social media to influence everybody's thoughts. Like, people had their own mind. You could say what you want to say, and people weren't as sensitive to things as they are today, just because of how social media has pushed like, oh, this is how we should be thinking. It almost has us thinking as one versus individual thoughts. And bringing those individual thoughts brings newer things, better innovation. You feel what I'm saying? Better music, better fashion. People not embarrassed to be like, oh, I ain't rocking a mirror and shit like that. But shit, I found this in a thrift store and this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we still have people that's like that today. But about 95% of what people do, what people wear, what people say are all influenced from literally social media. What they think will come off correctly, what would get them that viral moment. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to those who were able to see the 70s, 80s, the 90s. You feel what I'm saying? Like every time I hear stories about it, they talk about how it was so funny, just everybody at the parks at this time. Obviously in the 90s and the 80s with the crack era going on, you feel what I'm saying? Like we had crime go shoot through the fucking roof. They removed a black father and shit like that. But just looking at all the positive things, like we were leading in everything, like black love, black people loving themselves was at an all-time high because we had black excellence in front of us. It wasn't just, oh, the Sexy Reds and the Glorrillas and shit like that. Like, no, we actually had people like fucking the Nia Longs and Halle Berrys who were very classy women. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that these women aren't classy, but when you consistently just, like, bro, Sexy Red made a whole fucking Michael Jackson snippet, which I'm so glad these motherfuckers said they was gonna sue her over if she dropped it. But she made a Michael Jackson snippet talk about just eat it. Like, bro, this is just shit that's being pushed to the kids, dog. Like, we gotta bring back that classiness. We have to bring back just the self-love of our communities. You feel what I'm saying? I believe that being able to see these things on like in the 90s, we had so many black love movies out. You feel what I'm saying? We had real movies out like Boys in the Hood that actually showed what was going on in these communities behind the scenes. You feel what I'm saying? We had just black people everywhere. I feel like that's when the 80s and the 90s, that's when black, and the 70s too, that's when black excellence just went through the roof, like an all-time high. You feel what I'm saying? Before we had just, oh, kill 'em up, shoot 'em up music. You feel what I'm saying? Or every single woman that comes out with a song now is all about, and I'm not saying every single one, but majority of the mainstream women that's dropping songs like Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla. And Glorilla had her time when she was on some positive shit. And look what motherfuckers did. Pushed out, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we ain't listening to Glorilla. And then all of a sudden she had to come back out with some nasty shit, some freaky shit. For motherfuckers to be like, oh shit, this shit hard again. You feel what I'm saying? The Sexy Reds, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we need to have some type of balance. You feel me? Yeah, we have R&B singers and shit like that. But even in half they shit, they talking about fucking niggas and cheating on they niggas or niggas cheating on them so they getting they get back and shit like that. So it's like, dog, and for the niggas too. And you know what I'm saying? Like when I say kill 'em up, shooting up, that's strictly for the niggas. You feel me? Talk about, oh, we popping perks, we sipping lean, all we gonna do is get high until we can't think no more. Oh, I'm gonna slide on these niggas, slide on that nigga. Like, dog, let's bring back the actual positivity into music, into life, into our communities, dog. Like, this is what we're missing. Like, when you go back, and this is why I would say I would be born in the 60s and, like, literally lived through those times because of the fact that this is when we still have some structure in our communities. You could go outside and still get your ass beat by your neighbor. You feel me? Or if you doing wrong, they niggas is gonna chastise you because you know what I'm saying? They see you doing some shit, they gonna say something to you. It's not just like, oh, stop fucking talking to me, old ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, these kids now, they would dead ass damn near up a blick on these motherfuckers. Like, so if I could be born in any generation, it would definitely be like I would be born in the 60s so that I could see the 70s, 80s, the 90s, living in times before phones became addicting. Like, for example, and I know some people be like, oh, well, your phone only addicting if you're allowed to be addicted. Like, no, Instagram just actually went through a whole lawsuit where they have to pay family money because of the teen got addicted to their app. You feel what I'm saying? And that they were pushing people for kids to be addicted to their app, right? So how do they get addicted to the app? their phones. You feel me? Like, phones became addicting. Like, phones are super addicting. Like, everybody damn near in the United States has an addiction to something. And either it's your phone, it may be food, it could be weed, it could be money, it could be women, it could be niggas, it could be whatever. You feel me? But our main downfall right now is just the negativity in our community. You feel what I'm saying? So we have to fix that in some type of way, dog. We have to fix that in some type of way. But rolling into the next topic, I want to talk about this new Kanye album. I know like a lot of people were in the queue for it. A lot of people sat out and waited for it to come out. And I personally listened to it. To me, this was actually a good album. I would give it like an 8 out of 10. You feel what I'm saying? The best songs on there to me, the top 3 were Preacher Man, Beauty and the Beast, and that Punch Drunk, I want to say it was, a Drunk Punch or something like that. The beats, them soulful beats, I love when Kanye does that. Like, he bring like an old, like Otis Redding song or somebody from like the 70s or the 80s. He samples them and put it into the beat to where that beat has that just soothing sound to it. You feel what I'm saying? So this album was actually great. Kanye is back into the news as well. I know that he had a show in LA. I want to say it might be sometime around this weekend or coming up this summer, where he's basically doing a 2-night venue at the Coliseum. So 2 concerts. I want to see what it's going to turn out to be. I know my auntie got tickets to that, like I said in the past interview or past fucking pod. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to them. You feel what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what these concerts are going to be like, because the last one, like we said in the last episode, when he did one in Mexico City, it was over 250K people there. So shout out to Kanye. This is another good album. I can't really call it timeless yet. There's a couple of songs on there that's probably going to be played forever. But it was good. It was good, especially coming off of the last few albums that he did do. This is Kanye coming back to be irrelevant again. So shout out to Kanye. If you haven't listened to the album, try to go out and listen to it. I promise you won't regret it. But yeah, man, with that being said, though, it's been a great episode, y'all. I really wanted to push positivity in this one, because it's just been a lot of negativity going around. You know what I'm saying? Especially in our communities with our music, with our like anything that you see in the fucking media nowadays is 9 times out of 10 is going to be negative. So with that being said, bring positivity to somebody's life. Bring positivity to your life. Always be positive about what you're doing, what you want to say, how you feeling. You feel what I'm saying? If a nigga trying to fuck up your day, bro, say something positive to the nigga. You feel me? And just completely just walk off. You feel what I'm saying? Stop. We have to end negativity in our communities, dog. It's what's fucking us up so bad. So make sure you be a good person in anything and everything you do. A smile might just make a motherfucker week, make a motherfucker day. You might change a whole motherfucker's life based off of something positive that you say to them. You feel me? So shout out to those who are being positive, those who are just going through a rough time right now. It's always light at the end of the tunnel, man. It's just a rough patch right now that you're going to get through. Don't ever feel like it's the end of the world. So shout out to everybody out there. Hopefully y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll get at y'all soon with the next one.
In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city,